Hey everyone, Mike here at Tribe 100X, where we bring you some of the best resources in the market to help you do your research on crypto pre-sales, IDOs, all the good stuff coming out early, microcaps. I'm gonna introduce you to Robyn Linn in just a minute, who interviewed Mike Johnson of Wanderlust. They just launched on the Binance Smart Chain, and she's gonna ask them, what was the main driver that gave you the idea to create this? And what's the vision for the project? These kinds of things can really give you a good idea of what's going on behind the scenes. I'm just going to give you a quick up-to-date, review on the site, and then I'll hand it over to Robyn at Tribe 100X and the AMA with Mike Johnson. But it shares here on the site, and I'll share a link below this video as well, so you can go to the site and check this out. Give you the contract address, everything you need to do your research. Wanderlust aims to improve the travel experience for travelers, wanderers, with a decentralized system for payments, reviews, and rewards across the global network of suppliers. The ecosystem will use a single currency for payments, rewards, and tipping, the Wander utility token. The transparency afforded by tracking on blockchain will offer incentives for suppliers to maintain a high quality of service while ensuring trust. The platform is good for travelers because it will offer consistent experiences, discounts, and other rewards. It is good for suppliers because it will offer access to a network of passionate global travelers with efficiencies in booking, marketing, and payment. So with that said, I'm gonna go ahead and hand it over. Let's hear it straight from the creator and owner behind Wanderlust. Robyn Linn at Tribe 100X is gonna interview him to give you a glimpse of what's going on behind the scenes at Wanderlust. All right, we'll see you guys soon.
Hello, everyone. It is Robyn Linn with Tribe 100X, where we bring you the best cryptocurrency projects on the Binance Smart Chain BSC. For those of you who don't know about Tribe 100X or getting access to the pre-sales and micro caps that have launched and are launching on BSC, be sure to look around this video, likely it's underneath, and learn more about how you can join our community. It's a private Discord group where we give you access to the insider information. And that's why today I have with us the one and only Wanderlust creator, Mike Johnson, and I want to share my screen here so that you guys can see their beautiful website. And we're going to go through some insights here to give you more about this project for those of you who are not yet involved or those of you who are invested in this project, to let you know more about what is coming. So hi, Mike, great to have you here with us.
Thank you. It's great to be here. I appreciate that.
So a lot of the community who are invested and those who are also not yet invested want to know more about the reason why you created Wanderlust and the vision of where it's going.
Okay. That's pretty easy. I mean, traveling is something that I experienced and I'm very passionate about, especially after meeting my wife, who's just the most like wanderlust soul I've ever met. We'll be on a vacation and she'll be talking about her next vacation. And then throughout traveling in general, from one location to another, you start to notice an offset in the finances and how far they will stretch and what you can do with them in some geographical locations that you cannot be able to do with it in another one, whether it be in a foreign currency or the local currency. Even looking at the currency exchange rates, they're just on an uneven playing field altogether. So you obviously, when you travel, you have your limited options. They say it's this price, you have to go in and pay that price, and they're fluctuating so much. Not that I can necessarily change that in all, but I think decentralizing the travel industry brings a lot of benefits to the users that decide to participate in purchasing things through a cryptocurrency or a deflationary token. What we plan on being and what we plan on doing. So, I mean, that's kind of like the reasoning behind it, the problem that we see behind it. And just because, like I said, when I first, went on my big travel escapade, I was gone for 4 months, just traveling up down the country with my wife. And I felt it was so freeing. It was so relieving. It felt so good. It really makes you live and view in different perspectives. And one big part of the project is, offering that to people, allowing people to experience those things, as I think it's something that everybody should experience. That's kind of why we have the giveaway segment, the community engagement part of the project, where people have the opportunity to win these trips that they've might have always wanted to go on and never had the opportunity, or never even really thought about it and given an opportunity. Then they might see traveling in a whole new light. So that's kind of one of the community engagements I thought was important, and why I thought it was important. Now, the actual use case is going to come from the development of the Wander travel app, an application that will, simply allow users to transfer Wander from their wallet to another wallet owned by a organization, and using that to purchase their travel accommodations, whether it's to book a flight, book hotels, book a rental, book some kind of activity or day trip or something like that. And then you go a lot more deep into it with the plans. First you got the use case right there. Once we build the relationships, which we're already looking at some really great partnerships and opportunities from the networking that we've done, to be able to get these people to accept, a deflationary token as payment, which is very big. Obviously, very little of the world right now is accepting crypto, and that's only going to grow by the day.
So really, educating as you're collaborating with these organizations, you're building relationships. So you're already doing that, but your plan is to solidify these collaborations with other travel organizations and incentivize them potentially, and also raising awareness to accept your token, or to have that cross bridge where Wanderlust turns into the Wander token turns into something that could be used on their.
So I'm looking for, because I don't. So one thing that's, they can obviously liquidate it however they see fit, but the plan is to basically have them own a Wander wallet, where they would actually receive Wander. That way, that my users who are actually purchasing with the token do not take part in a 10% that 10% transaction fee does not exist for the actual use case. I think that's very important, because you want to be able to use this token as you're getting reflections, and you're gaining these simply kind of like mileage as the token sits in the wallet. Right. And then you're able to get discounts and certain, benefits and rewards from using the token, as well as, because we're tackling two really spaces. You have the travel space, which is obviously very big, and this is meant to open up people that love and passionate about traveling but might not know about crypto. Then you're going to have your crypto people be like, hey, I fly a lot, I use crypto, this makes sense for me. And then we wanted to figure out a way that we could possibly get user base outside of those two spaces, because I think that's really important to constantly kind of find ways to grow the utility of your case. And that would come from like a tipping and reward system within the app for certain services and organizations, which would then create a wallet, create another holder, a user. So, the travel app is very exciting, and not to get started on the NFTs, but I will go on to some more questions, so I know that I'm following along.
Yeah. I want to help people really grasp it, because one of the things, and you and I spoke about this before, because there's different ways And a lot of people don't really maybe do the research or the due diligence that I do with my community. And it's just naturally what I love to do. With my background in journalism, I just really go as deep as possible. But one of the things that I wanted you to touch upon to share with our audience, as well as others who happen across this video, is kind of where you're at now with the development, to give us just an overview. Obviously, there's a lot of projects that launch with an app already in place, but they don't have any of the marketing, and they have a very small audience base, and they grow very slowly, but they already have the app done and the tech done, and their in-house development team in place. Whereas you built the audience and the use case, right, which you shared. And my community was really curious, as well as my business partner, Mike, of, I love what they're doing and where they're going and everything about it, but when can we see some kind of the tech in place to start using the app, and kind of what's that process and where are you at with it now, to share with my community, to give them that insight and that trust, for that credibility for them to understand that. Yeah.
Absolutely. So when we put in place our roadmap, I really tried to think of it as realistic and as chronologically ordered as possible. So for the actual application, we're simply in the construction, planning, detail, the legal, because there's a lot of legal. So all of the important scripture of the application before the actual development, because obviously when you start developing something, that's when you're gonna start seeing some real expenses come out. I mean, that's with any development.
Sure.
So as far as the development right now, what we're in the NFT generator. We want to make sure that as we're creating the tree, we're able to obviously continue having community engagement, and some important community engagement. Obviously, that's one thing that we have with the vacation giveaways. It's fun, it's exciting to be able to have those testimonies. And then the NFT generator, that's going to be the next development phase. That's where we're at. We're right on line where exactly we set to be. End of Q3. Tomorrow, development and NFT generator begins.
Cool.
So that's exactly where we're at. That's going to be really exciting, really fun. And I'm hoping that I can fast track as much things as possible, but I rather under promise and over deliver than say I'm going to do something by a certain date and then, being held accountable and then not being able to, like I said, we want to be very transparent with everything that we're doing and that we're doing it the right way.
Sure.
So I'm not going to go tell someone I'm going to do something and then not be confident that I'm able to execute on that time.
Yeah,
so that's why we have a very
well stated. I think a lot of the concern a lot of people have who come into the project, who don't like to pull out as quickly as possible, but those who like to stay involved with projects because they like them and they see the utility tokens that actually have good use cases. I think a lot of people love to see the
process.
Yeah, the process, and to trust like the developmental stages. And I think one of the things that you do really well is share with the community, here's where we're at, here's what we're doing, here's where we're taking it, which gives the user or the investor the ability to really understand and grasp the process that's unfolding, instead of kind of, I think what most in the DeFi space do is it's very chaotic and we don't really know even what's going on. And sometimes even when a project is launched, it's like, well, what am I supposed to do with this? Because it was just thrown at me, And so I think what I'm hearing you say is that you're really mindful and aware of strategically, layering out the development, which also allows the community to grow and expand. and to grow with you and to be a part of that process, and also to understand, which I think is the most important, how can I use your product, you know, because a lot of the projects in the space, in crypto space, it's confusing because there's so many things going on and there's so much being developed that
a million
I
moving parts in a space, and then doing
Yep.
a project is another million moving parts inside of a million moving parts. So yes.
So I think, you know, the way you're approaching it is very nourishing, you know, to those who, like me, just really don't want to be overwhelmed with the whole space. Or also the other end of it, where it's like, you know, a project goes belly up, or they kind of say, oh yeah, well, I'm gonna work on this big end of the app, but in the meantime, here's this, and the app never gets built because you know, they end up doing okay with just this little piece of it, and then people bail, and then the project fails. And I've seen that happen a lot recently, you know, where they're not developing out their promise, because they give, you know, the users something very little to work with. And then the users just leave, the investors pull out, and then of course the project goes belly up. So, so I like the fact that you have a lot of different elements going on, but you're not just shoving it all down our throats all at once. And you're giving, you know, you're giving us a chance to understand how to use your product, which I think is really helpful for people who care about that. So
I think something that's like very exciting, if I could add, so like the development phase, like you see on the roadmap, is set for Q1 of 2022. But just like with anything, when you're going to develop a website or something, when you're not using like WordPress and you know, it's been written in code, you're going to see a UI UX design of it first. So you're going to see a layout. You're going to see you know, the images and what looking. So every time we have those kind of updates throughout the project as we're working on this thing, and really getting the face to it, because the face is going to become, you know, it's going to be just as important as the back end or the front end of it, really. We will share that with the community, you know, always, the progress. I think it's important. I think that's I agree with you, where, you know, I've been a part of a lot of projects where they might mention a use case in the very beginning, and then, you know, you just kind of don't really hear about it much anymore, and they continue doing a lot of little things.
right.
Where I want this project to really, you know, the tree be the true utility and the development of it, while having, you know, these kind of, you know, ornaments and fun aspects of the project that could keep the community engaging and growing.
Yeah,
but ultimately,
I mean, yeah, your vision itself is exciting in and of itself. So it's an experience that people get to have.
Yep. So any questions about what exactly, how the NFTs are going to work or anything like that?
Yeah, another question popped up before I wanted to talk about the NFTs.
Okay.
As far as a lot of my community asks, what, if any, your experience, or what has been your experience in terms of your involvement in the crypto space? Have you been involved in launching, advancing any other projects in the DeFi space? Or what has been your experience in crypto itself?
Yeah, so I personally have not been involved in launching another project. If I did, I'd probably still be involved with that project and still building it. When I do something, I want to do it to the best of my ability. I have been in the crypto space for almost 4 years now, since the end of 2017, and just buying, selling, researching, learning about blockchain technology, how it kind of all works and makes sense. And just, you know, there's a lot, you learn something every day in this space. It's just kind of, you know, it's always evolving, and always something new, some kind of new technology. So just building portfolios and personally meeting a lot of people that were involved. So my team, my dev team, I have 2 developers. One of them is an engineer in computer science, has a master's in computer science and a master in mathematics. he is very well involved in the blockchain side of things. And I have another developer who is also a level B coder and has web development and design. So these are me and Paul are fully docs as of right now. Actually, my devs have gone on there on our Telegram and announced themselves and penned themselves and said, they are part of the project. They just have not been fully doxed on the website via social media links and stuff like that due to corporate positions.
Okay.
Which hopefully changes in the near future. I mean, obviously we would all like to do this full time.
Right.
This is what we're very passionate about. But we do have them on the team that have been involved in, building blockchain and kind of smart contract technology.
Wonderful. Wonderful. Yeah. So I think a lot of my community members ask, how dedicated you are to this project. Are you going to jump ship and use your marketing wallet to create something new in 3 months or 2 months or 1 month from now? And obviously what I heard is no, you're not, you're committed to this project.
When we first launched on UniCrypt, the first pre-sale, someone went on there and they commented about, our website having locked liquidity for a year and having a website domain for a year. When I had our website domain bought, it was just one of my team members that was like, I wanted to secure the URL. So he went in there and bought the cheapest first plan. It's not something I ever thought about. And I'm like, he's like, oh, their website's only been live for a year. And in my mind, I'm sitting there thinking, I'm like, well, a month. And it was really like a couple of weeks. I'm like, in my mind, I'm thinking we took 3 months just building this website and developing it. Of course, it's only been live for so long. I went and added more years to the URL because it's just something wasn't I thought about, but a lot of time and preparation and hours and everything went into the development of this website because we wanted the website where when I get my NFT generator that I could embed it directly into the website without having to revamp my website. Like if I just started off with a WordPress and they didn't have the proper plugin or something like that.
Right.
I spent this much time just building a website. I'm gonna see this project through.
Nice.
There's not going to be anything that stops us there.
Yeah, and it is a phenomenal site and very well thought out and very clean and easy to understand what's going on. So we talked about the giveaways. We talked about the team, and now tell us a little bit about what the NFT generator is going to be and how can we use it and why would we want to use it?
Okay, perfect. Yes, so the NFT generator is going to be really fun, I think, for the whole community. It's going to, for the true wanderers and the people that love traveling, you always have those pictures that you just absolutely love. And, me and my wife were constantly looking through photos, and we have literally like the white paper, one of the pictures of the wall of my actual house is on the white paper where it says, travel, the only thing that makes you richer. And we're constantly looking at photos and it's just so nostalgic and it brings back that feeling. I want to be able to do the same thing for people in the form of an NFT where they could take their travel escapades and they could essentially create this one and only postcard and own this on the blockchain forever. These NFTs will be for the just wanderers, the travelers that want to create them, content creators. There's tons of content creators that are out there that simply create their social medias based off of traveling or from nature photos and photography, being able to turn that kind of stuff into NFTs. And then have a reward system. So when you come in, you pay a fee, but then you have a reward system to have this, and they have to be approved. So they have to be a Wanderlust approved NFT when we do this, which means that someone can't go in there and just put any content. It's going to have to
keeping it clean.
Yes, we don't want our niche space filled with just people coming in to use the generator. We want it to be related to our brand and who we are. So there's going to be an approval system, and then we'll be able to do a limited edition, Wanderlust NFTs and be able to reward the community with things like this, which is also very exciting. And I think it's going to be really neat to do a lot of things with this NFT generator. I mean, you start talking about space and time and the things that moving forward to the future, NFTs are soon going to become, virtual reality incorporated. And, I think the whole NFT space is really exciting, and there's a lot that you could do in the travel / paradise side of things.
Yeah, absolutely. And it's, I'm thinking about all my clients who are photographers and all my friends who do photography. It's like an exciting opportunity. And so charging for use of the generator. So I'm assuming, it'll be like its own, creating credentials, username, password to access that aspect of your system. And that would offset anyone obviously sending the coin wander to purchase something else through your ecosystem. So are you planning to use the payments of, so are people going to be paying in Wander?
So that's still that's still being decided. There's two routes that we go. One route I was thinking about doing was having the NFT generator go and be paid with Wander, but having that Wander then split into the same 10% tokenomics. So basically where the Wander just goes to benefit the coin and the project, where you have 3% goes to liquidity, 3% redistributed back to holders, 3% of it to the Wander fund, and then 1% burned every time the generator used. If I do like a Wander payment, or if there will be simply just a blockchain payment. But I really like, I mean, this is the first and kind of foremost idea that I've been going with. It's just going to come down to a team decision on what's going to work best for the project.
Right. Yeah, because you want to maintain the coin, the value of the coin, and not, not have huge sell-offs at certain points, but actually add to the value of it. Which
that's why I said like it would be distributed like that if I did take Wander, so that it's not just being sold into BNB and going into a BNB wallet.
Right. Yeah, no, that's really exciting. And a lot of what's out there right now in certain spaces in the crypto space there and DeFi, there's so many different platforms and apps, but they're not keeping it consistent. It's just like all over the place. So I really like how you're keeping it integral with the brand integrity. So that's really special.
Yeah. Have you got a chance to check out our brand guidelines?
I did. Yeah. It's great. Yeah, no, I really liked it. The way that you tell the story that way. And
the merchandise is going to be exciting.
Yeah.
I have a lot of people begging me for the merchandise.
Yeah.
So that's actually, you can see the mock-ups if you go to brand and then brand guideline right there. And that's a full PDF that breaks down the construction of the symbol, the meaning behind Wanderlust, who we are. That's just all of our brand right there. And then you have at the bottom some mock-ups of some merchandise. And for the merchandise store, we plan on doing everything travel related. So we were talking about clothing, shirts, hats, hoodies, beanies, but going into backpacks, umbrellas, masks, luggage. There's a lot. Basically be a one-stop solution, a true one-stop solution for your travel needs.
That's super
and
cool.
Then in this same app, being able to store your NFTs, that you store your Wander token and use them to make these travel purchases.
Yeah, it creates a nice culture to it, like an online community and culture of its own in and of itself, which is super cool. And yeah, it has that cool connection piece, which is challenging now with all the restrictions going on in the world. So that's really important. Really cool. Really, really cool. And so as far as let me see here, the roadmap goes. So we are at, so you mentioned, let me see here, CoinMarketCap and CoinGecko, is that coming?
It's already done.
That's done. Okay.
Within the first 72 hours of launching, we were listed on both CoinGecko and CoinMarketCap.
Perfect.
Before the first 72 hours.
Amazing. And then
first vacation giveaway has been won.
Okay, cool.
We have a winner for that, and we're planning it now. It's very exciting. She's very excited.
Amazing.
So, yes.
And the charitable donations, is that's happening now?
That is in the work. We have the organization that we want to choose. Obviously, volume and marketing campaign all dictates how frequently these things happen. So obviously, as more volume goes in with the continuing campaign, then the more we're able to do the vacation giveaways and the charitable donations, everything like that.
And so now we're basically waiting for the development of the NFT generator, which is in the works.
Yes.
Cool. Very cool. And so as all of this is going on, one of the ways that people can get involved is, well, you had mentioned the white paper. Where do I find the white paper on your site?
So there's two places you could find it. You could find it at the very end of the page you're on right now, or you could find it on the home page in the middle.
There it is.
And this one, I mean, I'm like literally minutes from having 2.0 out.
Okay.
Actually, let me see. It might be live right now. He's importing and compressing the file.
Okay.
So we're gonna have a white paper 2.0 very shortly.
Cool. Okay.
So just basically, because you can see if you reread the vision, we just modified it slightly on the home page to really give light on how we're going to do what we're going to do. Being a little bit more specific, and we're just lining that up and matching it with the white paper. White paper, I mean, I've been told it's pretty impressive already, but we just wanted to make it better, more clear from a business perspective.
Right, keeping it basically in real time so that it's not something that doesn't make sense with what's actually going on now. So, yeah, keeping it current. It's very helpful.
Keeping it current, and there's my house right there. That's the picture inside.
Oh, cool.
Inside my house. No, but keeping it more defined to exactly what to expect from the Wonder app and from Wanderlust in general.
Okay.
So that's kind of what we decided to do.
Very cool. Very cool. Yeah, no, I think you're doing a really great job with really keeping up with the project, moving it forward, which is always a challenge, especially when you have children and other things going on in your life. And it's really impressive to see that you're able to move it as far along as you are. So it's impressive because it's tough. I mean, I know how it is when you start with a small team. You can't expect other people to do what you're building, and you have to make sure you have the right people you can trust in place. So it sounds like you've got the two developers who are going to be building
that
this
will be
out.
growing. That will be growing as well.
Right.
I have I have a really great opportunity to bring a lot of really good help into making sure that we get to accomplish everything that we're doing. It's like I said, networking is important, and I think we're making the right choices in that department.
Amazing. And so when you say reaching out to other partnership developments, hotels, resorts, cruise lines, are you going to start with like boutique style, or does it matter? Is it just kind of everything?
So I actually got some connections to like some pretty big hotel industries and hotel chains, and some connections to a very unique kind of travel agency that reaches out to a large part of the globe. and they do really unique travel experiences and stuff like that. So we're, of course, before we do anything, there's vetting and there's exploring and just really hard research into who we want to associate with, and then you gotta obviously make it happen. And there's legal things and this, that, and everything. You want to make sure that or at least I want to make sure that I'm doing everything right in this department. Like when I found out that there were so many rules when it came to giving something away, and there's all these cryptos out there that literally, we're going to give this way, we're going to give this way, and I guarantee 95% of them aren't doing it by the legal means through a true sweepstakes lawyer, which is a thing. There's a lot of rules.
Wow.
So we're trying to do everything the right way.
Wow. Well, it's really impressive. And I'm gonna go to PooCoin. I haven't been on the chart today. I actually went on a hike and went to a waterfall today.
Nice.
So let's just give it a look here. Yeah, so there's a lot of really exciting things happening. And what I would share with people, I'm not a financial advisor. This is not financial advice. I'm not telling you to buy any kind of crypto coin. But personally, what I like to do is I like to buy on the dip. So this looks like, personally to me, a really good buying opportunity. Especially
so what you're seeing is a lot of the pre-sellers deciding that they were okay just taking a little bit of profit and exiting their position, which really generates. I did a live video and posted it to my group earlier. It's really actually awesome and really good for people that are getting introduced to such a new coin, to be able to get such a great price. I mean, the price will be what the price will be for whatever Wanderlust ends up being.
Yes.
So the chart in these first, I tell everybody, the first few moments of the life of our project is kind of irrelevant unless you're just chasing a good opportunity, if you believe in the project.
Right. And sometimes developers will abandon a project just because, and then start a new one and do the same thing to try to get that hype going with with the chart and all that. But obviously being in it for the long haul and building a viable utility and rewards token, and the giveaways and the app and the NFT generator and the brand merchandise and a community. I mean, yeah, obviously there's something solid here to invest into. Again, not financial advice, guys. But yeah, the market cap is looking good. And it's a really, being under $1 million market cap, just in my own experience, I love getting in when it's under 1 million, because it can happen so fast where it just goes, from 1 million
Parabolic.
to 30 million,
Yeah.
So when your NFT generator comes out, boom, and then the app comes out, boom, and it's like people are scratching their heads. Why didn't I know about this before? And it's like, well, that's
we were working.
Yeah, that's the hype aspect of like, actually, not that I'm touting Warren Buffett, but as Warren Buffett always says, you come in and buy low and you sell high and you keep doing that, and if you believe in a project, then you invest in that project, and because you believe it's going to do something good, so I'm really excited for you guys, and I'm excited to see where you guys can take this. I know the chart does vary, and it's really just a matter of time where people come back in and make it go crazy. So I would say to my community, my team members listening, I love seeing seeing the dips and buying the dips myself personally. Obviously, everyone has to make their own choices and decisions when it comes to investment. But yeah, I'm a fan of Wanderlust and the community and the team here, Mike and Mike's partner, who Paul, who I haven't gotten to speak to, but I've communicated with him in the Telegram group, and he's an amazing guy, really
super
professional,
outgoing guy.
super
He's
cool.
super outgoing. Yeah.
Yeah, he's great.
He just wants to be your best friend when you meet him. He's a good person.
Yeah. He's got a great energy, and so I really vibe with the two of you working together, and it makes sense to me of why this project will be successful. And so, we always just look for, high level communication, building out the community, focusing in on steady marketing, not just exploding and spending, crazy amounts of money off the gateway just to get a big rush, but actually developing a project over time, and also transparency, guys. So those of you who don't follow or are not a part of our Discord group, Tribe 100X, one of the things is transparency in terms of actually what Mike said earlier, which is to share what we're working on, to let you know a little bit behind the scenes of what's going on, not to overpromise, but to actually give you exactly what we've got, and to do that in a timely manner. And as Mike mentioned before, he is right on target with the timeline and all of that. So it's, to me, it's a no-brainer, guys. Wanderlust, for me personally, just, for myself. And that's just kind of where I'm at, and my business partner. So yeah, you guys meet all these criteria. So, so when we come in and we support the project, it's kind of a matter of time where, when the app is launched, now we get to actually come and use it and benefit from, our excess in, our own Wander coins that have now, blown up, exploded, because we've, maintained in the project, either by holding, hodling, or by coming in on the dips, as I mentioned, and supporting the project when we can. So I don't know if you have anything else you want to share that we didn't touch upon.
Nope. I will just, if you want to just keep an eye out in the group, I will let you know when the new white paper goes live. And then I was going to just say on the economics page, here in the next couple days, you will be able to read all live information on the coin, as far as the circulating supply, the holders, the market cap. This is going to dictate a live price, and then you'll be able to click into DEX tools from there. They're just working on all the API and getting that loaded up into the system. So just a couple small changes that will, just help make everything be in one spot for people.
Really exciting, really well done, and very exciting, and in alignment with what you're passionate about and with what a lot of us are passionate about, which is travel. So really, really cool. And I'm excited to share this talk, this AMA, with my community and my team, and to let everyone know about it. And I'm excited for you guys. I can't wait to see you guys take it to the next level as we go here. Really, really well done.
Yes. Thank you. Thank you very much, Robyn. Thank you for allowing us to come in here and just talk about the project and being a part of the community.
Yeah, wonderful. And I'll post this to our YouTube channels as well, and into our Ninja community and insiders and Tribe 100X. Guys, we've been on with Mike, the creator and co-founder of Wanderlust, and we are very excited to hear what you have to say about Wander. So if you see a comment section under this video, be sure to comment and let us know if you're involved, if you're getting involved now, what you think about it, what you're excited about. And if you like to travel, share with us your insights and passions on travel as well. So Robyn Linn here, guys, with Tribe 100X. Thank you so much, Mike, and the Wanderlust team.
Thank you. Have a good night.
You too. Bye for now.
Bye.